Hey everyone, today I'm bringing you this recipe for roasted pork, which is pernil, Spanish style. This is the shoulder part, and this is a small one. It's almost 5 pounds. I'm bringing you this recipe. I had a subscriber that had asked me if I could make a smaller version of the pork I did for my Thanksgiving, which was like a 19-pound, almost 20-pound ham. But today I thought I'd buy a little ham so I could show you. You know, if you're one person, or this pork can actually feed, I would say like 3 to 5 people, depending how much, because remember, it's going to get short. But right here, we're going to feed 4 on this little guy, but we have other stuff to go with it. But I'm just going to make a little bit of pork. So, or also one person can make this and save it, or even eat it all up if they want. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do with this pork is, first we're going to make the marinade for it. So I have this here where we're going to crush everything together. Also, today I am not using fresh garlic, which I hate, but I truly forgot the garlic. So I'm using crushed garlic. If you could use fresh garlic, go for it. I really prefer using the fresh garlic. So what we're going to do first, oh, another thing is, this is naranja agria, which is like a bitter orange. The other day I had used the liquid that comes, already, it already comes squeezed in a bottle, but today I'm using the fresh one. So this is how it looks. It looks like an orange, but it has a little bit of green and yellow on it. And it'll say bitter orange for cooking. So we're going to squeeze the juice of 1. We're going to squeeze the juice of 2 lemons. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of adobo, 1 tablespoon of this mustard I bought with horseradish, and also the pimiento mix. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that too. I'm going to use also about I would say half a tablespoon of the capers. I have a little bit of comino, and of course the garlic, but if you have fresh, use like 4 to 5 cloves, okay? And some salt. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to put here the pimiento mix, the capers, and I'm going to start smashing it up. And then when that becomes a little bit of a paste, I'm going to put this in a small plate, and then that's where I'll add my crushed garlic, my horseradish mustard, my adobo, and the juices from all these, and the comino, and a little bit of salt. And then also another thing I would recommend, if you could leave this marinate for minimum 2 hours, it will just be delicious. If you could leave it for longer, better. Because, the longer you marinate this pork, the tastier it will be. So I would highly recommend at least marinate it 2 hours. If you can't, then you can't. But try to. Okay? So first I'm going to unpack this. I'm going to wash my pork. And I'm also going to cut into it a little bit so it could cook a little faster. And this pork I am going to cook for about, I would say maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We're going to see because it's small. I usually don't do them this small. But I think 2.5 hours will be cooking time. Will be okay for this. I'm going to cook it at 350. Yeah, I'm going to cook it at 350. So these are all the spices you're going to need so we can get to cooking. So here's my pork. I'm about to put the seasoning. You know, the seasoning that we made up before. So you're going to try to leave this for 2 hours to marinate at least. More than that if you can help it, but the minimum should be 2. I mean, if you can't, you can't, but you should, so the pork could get all that flavor. And all those, the lemon and the bitter orange, oh, that's going to give it so much flavor. So then you season all sides really well. Great, so I've just put it in the oven. I let it marinate for about 2 hours. I covered it really tightly, but I lifted it up a little bit so that it wouldn't touch the skin. So I'm going to leave it about an hour and a half to Yum, so as you can see, I just uncovered it. I took out the foil. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw some of this delicious juices on top. See that? 1.5 I cooked it, and it's pretty much, it's cooked. But we're going to keep cooking it. And let that skin crisp and let the skin here become a little dark so it can create that bark. Yummy, look at that. So in a little while we're going to pass that lemon on top of the skin too, okay? Yummy. Here's my pork. Took 4 hours. Sorry, there's a piece missing. Someone couldn't wait. But I just wanted to show you. Crispy skin. Delicious.